guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. Well, it is just a beautiful day, even though we're sort of in winter now. It is 6 Celsius today, and we're just gonna try and get some stuff done around this little homestead. I'm going out to the greenhouse to get a couple of things done. Chris is insulating the generator shed, so come along, see what we're up to today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. We sure do appreciate it. The thumbs up especially helps us a lot. Let's get going. Chris is getting close to having this generator shed built and insulated. The ladders can go there and then they won't be in the way all the time. And then he has a cart in the shed that he's going to put in here because it's on wheels, so it'll be much handier in here. So he's just going to insulate this wall and then we can load that cart in. I think I'm just going to split a little more firewood and then I'm going to go into the greenhouse. Just got a little bit done here. I'm taking it from that pile there, the deadfall that we cut, and it's splitting a lot nicer than I expected it to. Chickens are making a big racket, and yesterday it was because of a red-tailed hawk, so just keeping an eye out in case that coyote comes back in the daytime like he did before. Well, I didn't really plan on splitting firewood today, but now I've got some firewood to light for tonight, so I'm happy. And now I'm going to go out to the greenhouse and get some stuff done. We've been using this little diesel heater to heat the greenhouse, but then during the day we turn it off because it's so warm in here. It's only 66 right now, but yesterday it was, I think, 80, 80, 82. My little stick, my cherry tree, seems to be okay. I guess only time will tell. I watered it and I haven't added any more water because the soil seems quite damp. Haven't got these leaves churned into here yet, but what I want to do today, I think, my cherry tomato plants are doing awesome. I took a bunch of cherry tomatoes off them last week. I want to leave the bell pepper plant in this big pot by itself, and I'm going to move the jalapenos to different ones so that I have the one pot for the bell pepper, because I don't want to lose my last bell pepper plant. I didn't realize this one was a bell. So I got my herbs moved into separate pots. I think I'm going to try putting potatoes in here because there's lots of room to add more dirt. Oh, I guess I need to vacuum up some flies. Getting less flies now anyway. So yeah, my jalapenos are all turning red. I have no idea why. So weird. Anyway, I've got a whole bunch of seed onions and potatoes, and they've got roots on them, so I'm going to try planting them in these bins. Got this little tomato cage off this jalapeno plant. Lost one. That can go on a pizza or something. Just put that there. Now I can dig this out. And I think what I'm going to do is put a bigger cage on it. I've got lots of cages. I brought all my cages inside, and I've got lots of them, so I think I'll put a big one on there. And I might take the big one off my little lime tree. Obviously it doesn't need one. I'm hoping it'll get bigger someday, but it doesn't need that great big one for sure. So I'm going to move this over to that big pot over there and water it after that, I guess. So I put a bunch of these leaves, the dried leaves, in that pot. That's what I'm doing with pretty much everything that I plant in here now. I'm putting some of that in there to add some organic matter. I got the hole dug just about right. I'll put that sign in when I'm done, I guess. And then what I've done is I've dug the hole and put the dirt here so that I can put it back easily, because I can't get the hole big enough to get it centered nicely. And then I can just add the soil back in and water it. Put a cage on it. This will give this plant lots of room to spread some more roots out and hopefully grow a lot bigger. I only planted them in the pots together because I was kind of short of space. So this is kind of nice to have more pots and more room. There's a lot of organic material in this pot from other plants that I've ripped out of them, whether it was tomatoes or peppers, or I think these are the ones that had the peppers in them, and they were huge. So now I need to put the tomato cage on that, a big one, and water it. See if I can get this on here without wrecking anything else. Not too bad. It's all inside that, oops, bottom ring. Oh, this isn't. There we go. Get everything inside there. Lost a few leaves, but that's okay. All right. Get this guy watered now. I think he needed water anyway. All my branches inside the rings. Awesome. So I got the little jalapeno plant put in here, and it hasn't been doing much. So I'm hoping that now that it has a lot more room to grow, a lot more soil, it will get big like this one. So now what I'm going to do, the remaining plant in this pot is the bell pepper. So what I'm going to do, I pulled it out. I'm going to put some leaves in here to add some organic matter to this pot, put it in the center, and put one of the big tomato cages on it as well. It came out pretty good, and having it centered and a lot more space for the roots to spread out for it too, hopefully will give me bell peppers all winter. So big handful of leaves. That. Oh, this has got a really big stalk on it too, so it's a nice pepper plant. Now, I'll get some more dirt put around it. And I think I might have to get a bigger shovel in here. This is kind of tedious doing this with this little shovel. But for now, get this stuff done today. I've been meaning to get it done. And this will make me really happy. Like I said, I don't think I had any bell pepper plants. They were all in those big black pots that were outside. We didn't get warnings of frost from AccuWeather. And so I really got blindsided by that. I had put the smaller pepper plants, the pots, in the greenhouse, the little greenhouse, but they were all sweet peppers as well. So all my bell peppers I thought were dead, but I ended up with this one really nice big bell pepper plant. Once I get the rest of these things transplanted, I'll go get some water and get all this stuff watered really well. Got to get a tomato cage on this one too. The leaves are a little droopy, so I know it needs some water as well. So now to get a tomato cage on this puppy. This one's not too bad because it's all sort of growing really tall and skinny. Probably because it was crowded in that pot with the jalapenos. And there's quite a few bell peppers on here, so I'm pretty excited. I was quite annoyed at having to buy a package of bell peppers when I had all those big plants. Oh, this is perfect. Just perfect. Now, just have to water that. You can see how big the bell peppers are getting already, and there's tons more coming. Lots of little ones up here. Oh, knocked it off. I guess jiggling it around like this isn't helping. And then this one has 3 sweet peppers in it, so I think I need to move a couple of those out of there too. I really like to have just one plant in each pot. Like I said, I only did this out of desperation. And then what I want to do another day is get these tomatoes planted in bigger pots like these ones I'm using to move the dirt around. I've got a bunch that I got at the greenhouse up under the shelf here. Now, they were selling these at the Canadian Tire, I think it was, and you can go to almost any greenhouse and they have a recycling place. So I got all these pots for nothing. So don't be silly and go buy them. Those are nice and big, so they'll give those tomatoes a lot of room to grow. This one came out really nice too, so again I put a handful of leaves, dried leaves in there. This soil is the stuff I think that was from the bags at Superstore. A lot nicer stuff, and then of course it's had roots and all kinds of organic matter added to it, so it's not as dry and dense as that other stuff that we bought earlier this year, the truckload. These 3 pepper plants were really dry too, so I'm going to have to give all this stuff a good soaking. Another one. That's my jalapeno, sweet pepper, the other jalapeno, and I think I'll put another sweet pepper in here so it has more room to grow. There's 2 of them in here. And yeah, I think they'll do even better if they have a pot to themselves. Okay, so now I'm happy. Got one of the sweet peppers in there, sweet pepper, jalapeno, little jalapeno in that one. Centered this sweet pepper in this pot, centered the bell pepper in this pot. They got lots of room to grow now, and I got these silly little galvanized cages off them and put the big cages on them. Kind of lost a few peppers and stuff, but I've just gathered them up. I'll use them in soup or chili or something. So now I'm going to dig a hole in this bin that the herbs were in, because the soil's really nice in this one. These are Columba potatoes, and I haven't planted them before. So they've got a whole bunch of roots coming off them, so I'm going to try planting them in here. Well, I got the Columba potatoes planted in there. I've got everything watered really well. I think the next thing I'm going to do is use these big pots that I already have dirt in to transfer some of the tomatoes and see how well they do. They've got that dirt in them that I call mud. So I think they'll do really well. I've got 3 of these pots with dirt already in them, and then we'll have to get some more dirt from out front and mix it with leaves or shavings or something. But I got another few of the Columba seed potatoes planted in here. I'm going to go get a marker and write on the bin, because I don't know where my stakes are. I think I'll just write it on the bin for now, and then I'll remember what I planted in there, and then I think I'll do some different ones in here and maybe some onions and see how they do. Everything's an experiment. Well guys, I am done for today. I got a lot more done than I thought I was going to. The next thing I'll do is get those tomatoes transplanted, but it's a lot of tedious work getting the tomato cages off without wrecking the plants, getting the new ones on. And got some potatoes planted, so that was more than I expected. So I'm done for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. We'll see you next time.